Good evening, Tallahassee. I'm Taylor Knight with FSU Weather. Currently, it is 88 degrees outside. It's partly cloudy. Walking today through class, it was very hot outside. Those heats were definitely beaming down on me. And there's winds 10 miles per hour as well. The satellite. On the East Coast, the daytime heat is bringing some showers going across. But however, from the south to the west, we see some froth going on in the lower bottom, where you see the lower thirds. You see some froth going on over there. And then for tonight's weather, it is 73 degrees, 30% chance of thunderstorms dissipating, with the winds very calm again. Definitely come out and enjoy the lovely evening. And then for the 3-day forecast, humid, humid, and humid again. We have a 50% chance of rain on Friday, 70% chance on Saturday, and then 60% chance again. So this weekend is just very hot and humid. And then for the headlines, we have typical summer pattern continues, higher weekend rain chances, and weekend golf forecasts.
Yeah, thank you. 2 degrees. Yeah, pretty average. It's on. Yeah, so 92 here. Let's take a look at our temperatures. 88 in Tallahassee, 86 in Bainbridge, and 85 in Camilla. Pretty typical. You can actually, Mariana was actually in the 70s a few hours ago, and they now warmed up to 86 degrees. Now, dew points pretty typical for summertime here in Tallahassee. 73 in Bainbridge, 72 in Quincy, and 71 in Tallahassee. Pretty typical for July. Combine the two, you get these pretty oppressive heat indexes, 94 in Tallahassee, but it's not as oppressive as it's been the last few weeks. Pretty comfortable, honestly, for July here in Florida. 92 in Monticello and 90 in Camilla. Satellite and radar shows you we have some thunderstorm activity that due to the daytime heating, as well as a low pressure system off towards the west, enhancing some of these showers and storms. Now, as we expand out nationally, we have a cold front situated just south of Chicago. This cold front is actually going to give much drier and cooler air to the northeast and into the Midwest. And this is going to dive south as we head into the weekend, enhancing our rain chances. So expect more shower activity this weekend. The Futurecast shows you how the shower activity dies off as we head into the overnight hours, leaving to some partly cloudy skies overnight. But it's going to feel very muggy outside. And as we head into tomorrow morning, very muggy, but still pretty normal for July here in Florida. And as we head into the afternoon, we get the sea breeze, showers, and thunderstorms due to the daytime heating. As for the temperature forecast, you can see how we cool down to the middle to low 70s into tonight. But again, it will feel very muggy outside. So just remember to stay hydrated as usual. We'll start off in the lower 70s as we head into tomorrow morning. And then as we head into the afternoon, we heat up to the upper 80s. But then we get the sea breeze moving and cooling us just a tad into the low to mid 80s. For tonight's forecast, 72 here in Tallahassee, 70 in Cairo, and 72 in Camilla. Very muggy, very typical for July. And for tomorrow, we have 89 here in Tallahassee, 92 in Bainbridge, 86 in Caribou. You can see it's cooler down towards the coast because they'll get the sea breeze first, more warmer inland, very typical for July standards here in Tallahassee. Let's send off to Dylan with a look at the southeast.
Well, we're going to talk about typical patterns, and hey, the southeast is very typical, but conditions are very similar around the region. You got cloud cover mostly everywhere. You got some strong storms over in Shreveport, but Montgomery is the only place, and Key West, without a cloud in the sky, so nice sunshine there, feeling like summer though. Temperatures though around the region very, very warm. As we look at our dew points, that's kind of the same story, but we can see the beginning of the front we've been talking about. Look over in El Paso, Texas, 47-degree dew point, as well as a 59-degree dew point in Lubbock. So you're seeing that dry air start to move into the southeast. We're not going to see a lot of its impacts for us here. We are going to see some drier conditions from parts out west like Oklahoma City and Dallas as it moves eastward. Heat index, 104 degrees. It is very warm throughout the entirety of the region. The moisture and the temperature is making it feel god-awful. 104 and 105 in Nashville. Just absolutely miserable conditions, but Rain showers are staying mostly clear for lots of the areas, but you do see a lot of pop-up showers on the eastern side. These strong storms over in Louisiana moving into Houston are expected to continue as we go into tomorrow or into tonight. These are going to move westward into Houston, dump a little bit of rain, nothing too bad, but they start to die off as we get about to 11 o'clock. And as the new day starts, you're going to start to see showers are clear, and then showers pick up. Look at all these popcorn showers. Ready? Boom. All those popcorn showers throughout the entirety of the region. That's what you get that daytime heating, and fire out some nice showers throughout the region, and that's going to stick through. And you can see the starts of the front moving into Nashville and Atlanta for tomorrow. For tonight, though, thunderstorms are still possible throughout a lot of the region. That daytime heating still having an impact in creating some storms throughout. Cooler temperatures, though, definitely a nice relief from this very warm day we've been having. And tomorrow, it looks like the same, much of the same. You get 90 degrees, showers, warm temperatures, heat indexes into the hundreds, into the high 90s for tomorrow. But make sure you stay dry. But to look at the national look, we got some interesting stuff to look at, Michael, right?
Yeah, thanks, Dylan. So let's take a look at the national picture. You can see how we have the cold front starting to seep into the Chicago area, 80 in Chicago, 82 in Minneapolis. It is feeling much drier, much more comfortable in Minneapolis compared to the last few weeks. You can tell it also by these dew points. 57-degree dew point in Minneapolis. See, due to so we have 73 in Kansas City, 67 in Louisville, 73 in DC. But those are pretty typical. It's pretty humid ahead of the cold front, you can see. Now, when you combine the two, you get the heat indexes, 98 in Louisville, but when you're behind the cold front, much more comfortable with that lower dew point. Winds also, you can tell the drier air coming in from Canada, 9 in Minneapolis, and the high pressure is building in behind this pretty strong cold front. We also have that surface trough down towards the Gulf Coast, and that's due to just some extra lift causing some extra showers and storms there. Now, we have a lot of shower activity ahead of the cold front. You can see the cold front situated in Chicago, lots of shower activity there. We have a flash flood watch in central Pennsylvania and West Virginia. That's due to the mountainous terrain, and when you get very high rainfall amounts, it can lead to flash flooding very quickly. Now, this cold front is going to move into the northeast. Look at the cooler Canadian air filtering in. They've been wanting this for weeks. 100 degrees in Burlington, Vermont earlier this week. So finally, they'll get some cooler air, and it'll be in the 70s this weekend. So a big change. The hot and tropical humid air will stay down towards the southeast. Pretty typical, honestly, for July. Out towards the southwest, we have shower activity due to a lot of lift from the Rocky Mountains. And as a result, we have a flash flood watch in Colorado. That's due to all those scar burns from the wildfires. And when you get rainfall on those scar burns, it can lead to flash flooding very quickly. So you want to just pay attention if you're in that region right now. But on the other side of the southwest, it is very dry, you saw by the radar picture. And as a result, we have fire watches and warnings up until tomorrow morning, so Friday 2 a.m. you see right there. And as a result, we also have a lot of heat alerts, an excessive heat warning there in Las Vegas and also in Los Angeles because the winds are coming off the land, so it can heat up very quickly with the Santa Ana Mountains nearby. Now, we do have some tropical activity, index 96L. It is moving west at 12 miles per hour. You're thinking, is this going to impact the U.S.? No, it won't, because of that cold front moving through. That is going to be our savior for a lot of the eastern seaboard, pushing it out to sea. Very thankful there. We also have Tropical Storm Beryl out in the main development region. This has been intensifying very quickly in the for today. It was an invest earlier today, and now it's a mid-grade tropical storm. It will strengthen to a hurricane as we head into tomorrow evening into early Saturday morning, and then the strength is going to be stunted because of the dry air and shear. The futurecast shows you how we have the cold front moving east as we head into the next few days. But let's fast forward to tomorrow's forecast. You can see humid conditions ahead of the cold front, very nice in Chicago and Minneapolis. Let's send off to Taylor with Florida.
Thank you, Michael. So for today's temperatures in the state of Florida, ranging in Tallahassee, it's 88 degrees, all the way down to Key West, also 88 degrees. Pretty much the whole state of Florida is in the 80s range. Very hot, but you know, definitely take advantage of it. Go to the beach or the pool whenever it's not raining here. And then for the dew points are ranging also in the 70s. In Tampa, it's 70. It's actually 70. In Jacksonville and in Gainesville, it's 74. And in Tallahassee, it's 71. And then for the wind speed, so we have a lot of wind coming from the east going to the west. Again, you see the trough in the west of Pennsylvania below Pensacola. We have 7 degrees, not 7 degrees, I apologize. The speed is 7 miles per hour in Gainesville. In Orlando, 5 miles per hour as well. And pretty much, again, everyone's pretty much in the low speed range. In Pensacola and Fort Myers and Tampa, it's pretty high with 13 and 15 miles per hour. And for the satellite and radar, as the day progresses, you can see for the future forecast, as the day progresses, you can see that the temperatures and the rain pretty much continues throughout the day as the high temperatures progress. However, as the night goes on, the rain disappears, and as the day continues, the rain continues to develop again for the typical weather that we have in Florida. For tonight's forecast and then for tomorrow's forecast, in Gainesville, it's going to be 89 degrees. Again, in Florida, it's going to be in the high 80s. Very hot again, also featuring some showers. And then that is it for our forecast.
Thank you very much, Taylor. We're going to zoom back into Florida, or to Tallahassee for the next forecast. And our current conditions outside looking kind of warm out there. 88, but not as warm as we've seen the last couple of days. It's partly cloudy, but something to look at is our wind speeds are actually getting up into 10 miles per hour. That's a little gustier and windier than we're used to, but it's still not bad, making it feel a little cooler outside. Michael, our producer for today, informed me, he said it felt much nicer outside, less muggy with this wind speed. It's definitely a nice warm welcome we've had here. And looking at our temperatures around the region though, some places aren't as lucky as we are. 91 degrees is still warm, but we are seeing cooler conditions around the region, though where you see these cool conditions of 81 and 82, that's where it's already rained and cooled things off there, so it's not too bad for them, and these rain showers are going to continue for the next couple of hours. What's going to continue for the next couple of days is our dew points being very, very moist. It's summer, it's the summertime mug, and this is the summertime mugginess you're expecting, and it's going to continue. We're not seeing much relief. We've talked about that cold front bringing drier conditions. Hey, we're not going to see it here. This is not the time for that, but our wind speeds, though, making it feel a little better. We have 10 miles per hour in Thomasville. The low pressure system, that trough, that very weak defined low pressure system, has actually brought our wind speeds kind of up and bringing a nice little bit of relief in the summertime. So we can thank that for now. And our showers, not as strong as we've seen the last couple of days, still some popcorny showers. We actually do see a shower tracking westward north of I-10, so people on I-10 right now could see some showers or into tonight still popping up, and it's possible for the next couple of days. When we look at our RPM forecast, showers turn down as the night goes on. Cloud cover is still present for the rest of the night. And then as we start tomorrow up, that's when you start to see these popcorn showers come back into our forecast. We looked at it at the southeast, and look at all these spotty little showers. Isolated storms possible for tomorrow. We're going to see the trend continue throughout tomorrow, but some stronger rain expected into Saturday. For tonight, though, we do have a 30% chance of rain. Storms are dissipating as the night goes on, as that cooling takes into effect, and we see some nice conditions for tonight. Not a bad night out there. And for tomorrow, another rainy day. It's warm as well, but not as warm as we've seen. Only 91 degrees, so it's a little better conditions, but 50% chance of storms, and mostly in the afternoon is when you're going to expect those storms. For a 7-day forecast, though, you're going to see rain for the next couple of days, ticking up to 70% on Sunday. It's going to feel humid for the first half of the weekend, and then as we start into the work week, you're going to see those the muggier conditions and warmer conditions come back. We're going to jump back up to 96 on Thursday, and those skies clear out. Definitely a very warm and muggy day throughout the rest of the weekend. And as we look at our social media presence, we're all over Twitter, Facebook, and YouTube, and Instagram. So send us your pictures or tweet us your questions. We can do that. You can watch all of our streams on there. But we're going to take one last look at the 7-day forecast. It's going to feel rain. That's the story, continuing the same pattern we've seen for the last couple of days. Rain and mugginess expected for that. For all you folks tuning in, have a great night, and I'm student meteorologist Dylan Leith.